Hello, Barry Winbolt here with a quick idea that may help you if ever you have an argument or arguments. Arguments, as you know, blight many people's lives and they come back to haunt us very often. Problem with arguments is they very rarely solve a problem. They mostly create their own problem, which is the argument, and the problem that caused the argument doesn't get dealt with. As a conflict resolver, relationship therapist, and all the other things that I do, I've been naturally exposed to a lot of arguments in my life, and I've had a few as well. So I've learned a thing or two. So here's a quick couple of minutes, I hope, if I can keep it that short, just to give you a few pointers on how to stop an argument. I say I hope because, you know, once I get going, I sometimes have trouble keeping it to a few minutes, but I really will try and edit this down just to a couple of minutes, because if you're about to have an argument, you need to hear this right now. Now, there's only one way to stop an argument, and that is, of course, to stop it. Stop it before it gets hot. Stop it while you still can, while you still have control. Don't trust your feelings. They lie to you. You know that. Your feelings are there to keep you in the argument. By the time it's gone red in your mind, by the time you've passed that threshold, you're losing it, and there's no way an argument is going to solve the problem. You may get something out of it, and of course I know there are always those smart people who say in my workshops and seminars, oh, but arguments help clear the air. Well, okay, fine, but there's better way. There are better ways of clearing the air than shouting at each other. So don't trust your feelings. That is a real definite rule of thumb as far as I'm concerned. Get mastery over your feelings. Understand that your feelings are there to do a job, and the job when you're arguing is to keep you fighting. And you don't need to keep fighting because it won't solve anything. You need to walk away while you can. Very, very important. If you're in an ongoing relationship, long-term relationship, happy marriage as I am, you probably would be well advised to discuss your tactics when it's not a hot issue. So in other words, agree on what either one of you can do if you feel that it starts to escalate beyond a point of no control. And it will pass that point very quickly, as you know. So one thing to do is to agree when you're calm, cool and collected, go to the pub, go somewhere else, chill, go to the park, and discuss your methodology for resolving differences, because you're going to have differences. And one methodology is, if I walk away, I'm not walking away from the problem, I'm walking away from the way we're discussing it. And hang on to that idea, because it's a very powerful one. So walk away while you can. And of course, as you turn and walk, that other person, if they're doing their job properly and following their feelings, there will be jibes and taunts. Oh, that's right, you walk away, just blah, 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 blah. Insults. And then you just can't leave, can you? So that's really why you just have to keep walking. And by the way, these tactics are useful in any sort of argument. It's not just about long-term heterosexual, same-sex, or any other type of relationship. The point is, arguing does not produce positive results. You stick at it long enough, you might wear each other out and get some sort of resolution, but it's not the best way to go about it. It really isn't. And the odd thing about humanity is we've never learned this. We've never learnt it. We're still arguing millennia on from our original trudge around the Garden of Eden or wherever we originated. So there you go. So those are some ideas on how to prevent an argument, how to stop it. And did you know, and it has been established by John Gottman in America, scientifically proven, that 69% of the things you argue about in your home life have no solution. For example, what's the right way to bring up your children? What is the right religion? What is the best time for bedtime? Everybody has their own opinions on these. And of course, so there's no right way. You have to have a compromise. You have to have a vision. You have to discuss it. So the argument isn't the problem. It's the way you're discussing it that is the problem. Arguments end, but of course the problem doesn't. The problem's still there if you haven't resolved it, and the argument won't have resolved it. So find a better method. Study harmony, not fighting. One way to do that in a relationship is to look at your successes. Look at ways in which you've settled other contentious issues without arguing, and use that as a model. Come back to it time and again, and it'll serve you very well. Don't waste 40 years like a lot of couples do figuring it out or just wearing each other out. Sort it out while you can at the beginning of your relationship and work towards a shared vision. What do you want for the two of you in your relationship? What purpose does your relationship serve? Why are you there together? It's not to fight, that's for sure. So, in summary, stop. That's the only way to do it. Get out of the heat. Agree a strategy. And by the way, do these things when it's not a hot topic, when you're calm, cool and collected. Focus on your strengths as a couple and or as colleagues if it happens to be at work. And above all, mistrust your feelings. And that goes for both of you. We've been told to listen to our feelings, especially we men. Fine. But your feelings lie to you. They're there to do a job. It might be great if you can mediate your feelings with a bit of thought. But if you just follow your feelings, and you do when you're angry, then you're going to get into trouble. So that's it. And remember, by the way, all relationships need attention and maintenance. So don't wait till it goes wrong to start to fix it. Fix it when it doesn't need it. So that's all for now, folks. Over to you, and you can always email me. Email me if you have any questions about this or any other related topics. Thank you very much. Over and out.